again. I wanted to make this stock. I wanted to do this video for a stock. I've done a couple of videos on my YouTube channel, which is Fun Cooking with Mary, and I've done some stocks on there. I think a couple of stocks, but today I'm going to make a brown stock, and I thought this would be good after Thanksgiving. So if you didn't discard your bones, yay! Don't discard your bones for your turkey. Save them, because they'll make a wonderful stock for your soups. And if you're making tamales, oh, they're really good for tamales. And then for gravies, you could freeze it. You can make a consomme. For those who are working in the restaurant industry, consomme is a real popular soup for starter. And so here we go. I'm going to make this stock, and then I have everything ready. And the first thing I want you to know about the brown stock, you want to caramelize your bones. So I've already taken my bones and set them on a parchment paper and stuck them in the oven about, I would say about 350 degrees. And I browned them for about, I would say about 20 minutes. And you could do that with veal bones. You could do that with beef bones. I have my turkey bones, so those already caramelized. And then I took whatever I had on the inside. If you looked at my videos, I stuffed my turkey with some mirepoix, with some onions and celery and carrots and some other goodies. And I have giblets here, leftover giblets. I have these are leftover giblets that I went ahead and I caramelized. I just stuck them in the oven and I browned them, so they're nice and browned. They've been roasted, but in the turkey. But I thought I'd bring some caramelization to them. So, and all that's there. And then I have my bones, and these are the bones that I have caramelized. See, and what I did was cut around it. This is going to make a nice, if you could see, this is going to make like a nice, I have my coffee here. This is going to make a nice sandwich. So I cut it into like some roast, and you refrigerate it, and let's put it aside for right now. So, okay, so after I've done that, put it aside, and I have my pot ready. You need a nice large pot. See if you can see that. So this is the pot that I use to make my stock. It's a large pot. It's one of the pots I salvaged when I used to have my restaurant. And I said I can always use this pot. So it's NSF qualified, which means it's good for the restaurant. So I kept it. It's the smallest pot I had. So yeah, it's a good pot. So I'm going to go, oops, I'm going to go ahead and put that there. And then I'm going to go ahead and put my bones in there. So whatever bones you have, go ahead and put those in there. Okay. Put my bones in there. Okay. So all my bones are in there now. And then I'm going to take all my giblets and my whatever I had on with the turkey. I'm going to go ahead and put those in there as well. And this is a good stock. I make it every year. I freeze it, make a couple of soup. If you want to make a split pea soup, that's a good way to make split pea soup. I mean the stock here. So I have some celery, and I found the celery at a store. It's really big. I like it. I thought it was pretty cool. It was the first time I seen a celery stalk this large. So I found it at a local store, and I'm going to use it. So you want to do a mirepoix. And the mirepoix, you want to bring, oh, on those bones, I meant to mention, the more cartilage on the bone, the better. because the cartilage has gelatins, it has collagen, it's got connective tissues, it's got, and it creates a nice richness to the stock, okay? So, and you always want to use cold water. The cold water allows for the impurities of the whatever's in the bones, the impurities to rise. So always start off your stock with cold water, and then as they rise, you want to skim it frequently. And okay, so I think that's the whole gist of making a stock. It's really easy. You could do a vegetable stock. You don't have to use the bones. You could just caramelize the vegetables by rubbing a little bit of extra virgin olive oil in them. Stick them in the oven until they turn a nice caramel color, and then you can put it in your pot. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and use my little tiny chalking board, and I'm going to go ahead and take some of these off. So a mirepoix consists of 25%, you want to get tech and school savvy, it's 25% celery, 25% carrots, and 50% onions. So I don't know if you already know that. So anyways, I'm going to rinse this off real quick. I don't like using the bottom because a lot of times the bottoms, they have like the dirt in there. So I'm really picky about my stock. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this up. This huge celery. Okay. Put it in. I have a bell pepper also. I'm going to use a bell pepper. So I like using the flavor of a bell pepper in my stock. So I'm going to go ahead and cut that up and put it in there. Now I have some old parsley that I found, and you could use some old vegetables that you want to toss out. Don't toss them out. Just put them in your stock. I just rinsed them out thoroughly, and I'm just going to stick them in there. Okay. And then I found in my refrigerator an old piece of cabbage. I'm going to put it in there. And then here's my carrots. I don't have those nice carrots, so I'm going to go ahead. And I'm not really, I'll probably put a little bit more celery, but I like that celery flavor. It's up to you. But this is going to be a good stock. This is going to be delicious. And I already have carrots from my turkey, so I'm going to put that in there. And then I rinsed out my onions, so make sure you rinse them before you cut them. And put that aside. And take that apart. And then I'm just going to wedge it. Stick it in there. And then you just want to cover all your ingredients with water. And then bring it up to a boil. And then, yeah. Okay. Take all that stuff off. So I'm going to put a couple cloves of garlic in there. I'll just smash that. Okay. Yeah. Just cut them. And you can put them whole with the leaves in them, but I don't. So I'm just going to cut that in half. Put some garlic in there. I'm going to smash. Okay. Alrighty. And then for my herbs, I use bay leaf. So I take I'd say about, I'm going to put about 3 or 4 bay leaves in there. Then I have some sage. I have some sage, fresh. Ooh, that smells good. Some fresh sage is fine. And then I'm going to put some peppercorns. Peppercorns, you can make a sachet. I'm not doing that. I'm not going to make a sachet. I'm just going to stick them in there because I'm going to drain it. I'm going to drain it anyway. So I think that's a waste of time. But normally you do make a, you make a sachet and you put a nice sachet in your stock. But I'm not doing that. Like I said, I drain it. So it's all good. It's a pain to do a sachet. Want to get technical and sophisticated? Go for it. Do the sachet. Now, I didn't have any thyme, so it's okay to put, I didn't have fresh thyme, so it's okay. I'm just going to put a handful. I probably should put this in a sachet, but I'm not. Like I said, I'm just going to drain it. So I'm going to put some thyme in there. I'll put a little bit more thyme. I kind of like it. And then, so you want to use cold water, not hot water. So you start off, I'm going to go ahead and turn that on. So you have your caramelized bones, you have your caramelized vegetables or giblets or whatever. I have all that in there. You have, I added some more celery, onions, bell pepper, and carrots. I added all that. And so I'm just going to go ahead and add my cold water to it. Okay, put some extra water in here. And I have enough just to cover it. And then, so I don't know how many quarts that is. It's probably a couple gallons in there. I really don't know. So I really don't have precise measurements. So to me, stock is flavor. It's going to bring some flavor. And if you have your turkey bones or whatever bones you have left, save them. Save them to make a beautiful stock and so delicious. And there's protein in them as well. So, so what I do is I just basically cover it, put it on high, okay? You cover it, you bring it up to a boil, and then you kick it low, make sure it goes on. After you bring it to a quick boil, then, and the impurities will rise up because you put cold water in there, the impurities will rise up, and then you bring it low, you lower it and you allow it to simmer all day for about, I would say a good 6 to 8 hours when you're doing a brown stock. So it's different for white stocks or that it's a different for blonde stocks. It's whole different. There's so many. There's a couple different stocks. I can't think of them right now, but this is a brown stock, and I think it'll be good for the gravies and for some soups and for and a consomme if you want to do a consomme. I have yet to do a consomme. So after it's boiled, if you're in a restaurant, you want to ice it down immediately. You know, you just put it in the sink, ice it, and just allow it to cool off, and then you refrigerate it. Once you refrigerate your stock, all the fats from the cartilages and the skin that you put in there, it's going to rise to the top. And so you want to skim it. You want to skim it gently and then you'll have a delicious stock. Okay, so I just wanted to share that with you. Hope you have a good day, and I'll talk to you soon. Okay, thanks. Bye.